This broadcast is streamed and produced by Midnight Sports and is not affiliated with any hockey organization, club, or team. Midnight Sports is comprised of hockey parents who stream games for friends and family who cannot attend the games in person. Today's broadcast features D-Biz on production and camera and CDS on commentary. We hope you enjoy it.
Well, good Sunday morning to you here from Hauppauge, Long Island. It's the New York Stars hitting the road, hitting the LIE more specifically, to take on the Long Island Rinx in an LIAHL Q game. Here from far out Long Island, the Rinx come into this game 21-2-2 on the season, and they are undefeated in LIAHL Q games, going 9-0-2 on the year thus far. This is their 12th and final game, the Rinx that is, in the state qualifying. If they win today, they assure themselves the #1 seed in the Playdown tournament in March. The Stars coming to this game having dropped 2 yesterday to the Wilmington Nighthawks 15U Diamond EJEPL team. They lost both games by 5 goals yesterday, but they kept on skating and fought hard, so they'll come into today's game with a lot to fight for. Obviously, every 2 points in the LIAHL qualifying games matters in terms of seeding for that early March play-in tournament. A reminder, programming note for you here. Next weekend, the Dix Hills Hawks come to town. Abe Stark, Saturday, January 20th, 4:30 p.m. That's another LIAHL Q game for the Stars, and they'll look to get a little revenge after the Dix Hills Hawks shut them out in Dix Hills 3-0. And then on Sunday, the Stars hit the road again to come right back to this part of Long Island to take on the Peconic Wildcats in an LIAHL Q game. You've heard it before, you'll hear it again. They've got 2 next weekend. That one's Sunday, 11:50 a.m. So 4:30 p.m. on Saturday, 11:50 a.m. on Sunday. And of course, subject to carrier restrictions, Midnight Sports will have all the coverage for you right here. But first, it's the Stars taking on the Rinx in a big showdown. The reverse fixture finished 5-4 in the Rinx favor. The Stars want some revenge as they visit Long Island today. Stick around, a little royalty-free music coming up right now for an extended look at warm-ups with 1:43 left to go in the warm-up period. This is Midnight Sports. Well, we're getting set here from Hauppauge. It'll be the Stars breaking their huddle first, right in front of their crease. A little last-minute player-on-player strategy session at the goal mouth. The Rinx doing exactly the same. And so it'll be the Stars in their road navy blues here. Ryan Speaker takes over the blue paint from Jason Diatelli yesterday. Diatelli did a very nice job in the crease yesterday afternoon. The Nighthawks just tilted the ice on the Stars a bit, as they did in the morning session as well. And so it'll be Speaker taking over the blue paint here today as the scoreboard gets right. This is an LIAHL Q game. If you're just joining us, that means 15 minutes on the board, 3 periods to go here from the Rinx in Hauppauge. Let's see who Coach Carney sends over the boards first. It'll be the Nicolaitis line to take the ice. McCarthy at left wing, Russo at right. Schaefer and Coronati as the defensive pair. Goalies checked, scorekeeper checked. It's loud in here. The fans are ready for this one. Puck's dropped. The Rinx look to control at their own blue line. Firing forward was McCarthy, and he swipes it into the offensive zone, and now Russo gives chase. Rinx goaltender backs off. Russo at the end boards with the puck. The Rinx first to it. And they'll jam it around to the weak side of the ice. Nicolaitis settles that puck down on the backhand. He finds Russo off the linesman's skates. Russo behind the net. Stars come out with a bit of a jump here on their first shift. The Rinx, though, will take over in their own end and skate it out of the zone. Nicolaitis on the back check. Coronati, good gap control, and it's Nicolaitis and Coronati who combine to get that puck into the neutral zone. Nicolaitis settles that puck down right at the logo. He gains the line, thinks about dumping in, but he's got Coronati with him down the left wing. James Nicolaitis doing it all himself, shooting it off the side of the cage. The Rinx will take over now. Puck escapes the zone on a Rinx stick. They come with speed. They gain the line and dump on in. Turning forward is Coronati. He's first to the puck. He swipes it up to the far half wall. Schulman settles it down. Tries a headman pass that hits a stick, but it's Oliver's Image first to the puck. He moves on to the forehand. He shoots. Oh, it's shut down nicely by the Rinx netminder. It was a mini break, but the home team in white does enough to keep the puck out of the back of the net. And now it's fair out, keeping the zone at the near point. Goes off a shin guard deeper into the zone. Sammy Schulman turns for the puck. Throws it out front. Good stick work there by the Rinx goaltender. And that puck is sent out of the zone. Point to point go the Stars. Onto the ice, though, were the Rinx, and they were able to take that puck off a man in the neutral zone. Shoulder to shoulder goes Image. Pizarro settles that puck down, carries it into his zone. He's going to turn behind his net, rack it around to the near half wall. The Rinx will take over there and dump it in just a bit deeper. They reverse the ice, do the Rinx. Schulman tries to flick it past a man. It's sent wide of the cage. And so it'll be Pizarro picking that up, skating it just a bit deeper into the zone to try and find some time and space to send it up and out of the zone. The Rinx able to throw that in. Deflection carries it wide of the cage. They're still to the side of the cage are the Rinx. They go off Speaker's leg pads. They're turning, shooting. Speaker shuts that down on the leg pads. And now the Rinx take over at the near corner once again. It's the Rinx on the puck there. Pizarro able to settle that rolling puck down on the forehand. Headman pass connects, gets to the blue line and comes out. Schulman gains the line, picks it up, dumps in. But it looks like he might have been a foot short of the line in the official's assessment. And so, with 12:47 left to go here in the first, it's an icing on the Stars, and it'll be a defensive zone draw for them. Looks like it'll be to Speaker's right. Fauci line over the boards. Fisher to the right. Conforti to the left. Looks like it'll be Fauci to take the draw on the far side of the ice. He wins that over toward Gorloff. Gorloff on the puck. He's got Coronati out there with him. Gorloff for Coronati. Coronati up to Conforti. Puck settled by the Rinx, dumped right back in. Turning for it now is Gorloff at the end boards. He's got a man all over him. He jousts with him. He works the puck to the far half wall. Fisher now in for support. Puck tapped wide and then up to the far point. Loading up are the Rinx. Speaker's able to get his chest in front of that one, but the rebound comes right to a Rinx player. And the Rinx shoot and score. And so with 12:24 left to go here, right off the chest pad of Speaker onto a Rinx stick. And it's Rinx 1, Stars nothing early on here in the first. Now it'll be the Nicolaitis line to try and settle things down at center ice here for the ensuing draw. Nicolaitis wins that forward. Firing for it is McCarthy. It's worked up into the neutral zone, and the Rinx try and dump it farther. Now it's McCarthy swiping that puck into the offensive zone and picking it up momentarily until a Rinx stick gets in the way, and then it's sent right back the other way So Coronati will pick up. Coronati point to point for Gorloff. A little hot to handle. Gorloff will pick it up and work that up and out of the zone. Boy, it hit a divot in the ice. Bounced over a Rinx stick all the way into the Rinx end. The Rinx try and settle the puck now in their own end. Nikolaitis on the forecheck as the Rinx reverse it around to the near half wall. Puck sits there momentarily, but it's swiped rink wide by McCarthy. Russo nearly there. Instead, the Rinx are to come back the other way. Getting back quickly is Coronati. He's able to get in front of that puck and carry it all the way to the end boards. The Rinx pick it up at the half wall. Speaker shuts down that shot. Point blank in the slot. And now the Stars need to get this puck out. It sits at the far circle, and it's jammed out of the zone nicely there by Gorloff. The Rinx will go back and pick this up. It'll go for an icing. Steph Gorloff able to clear the zone. That was a close one for the Stars after the point-blank save by Speaker in the blue paint. And so it will be the Zimmage line coming over the boards now to take this defensive zone drop. Farrow out there as a defender. Looks like he's got Schaefer with him. Zimmage leans over the dot. That puck won there by the Rinx. Fired in. It's going to come in on Speaker. He kicks it over to Farrow, who's able to send that up toward Bizarro at the near point, but not out. Farrow now turn for the puck on the backhand. He swipes it over toward Schaefer, and now Schulman. Rolling puck comes to a Rinx player. Top of the slot, just jammed right back in the zone by the home team. Puck comes over to the near side of the ice. It's Bizarro on the breakout play. It does get past the blue line, and the Rinx will have to turn in the neutral zone to set something back up. They do. Near point, Zimmage all over his man. The Rinx will dump in once again. That puck's going to roll toward the end board. Schaefer there first. Chips it past one man. That pass connects, and then they hit the side of the cage. They're going to look to go around. Getting down with Zimmage. Boy, credit him with a save on that one. Zimmage, far post, able to cut it out. Now it's a 2-on-1 the other way. This is an end-to-end game here. Schulman loads up, shoots. Oh, looking for the shot, pass, score. Or Schulman and Bizarro. Instead, it was kicked out nicely by the Rinx netminder. The Rinx will now have to delay in the neutral zone as they clear the offensive zone. That puck's going to roll all the way back to the Rinx netminder. Bizarro chops that out of the air. It was played with a high stick. The Rinx touch up. Onward we play here. 10-17 left to go now. Bizarro slams his man into the glass, and the Stars will come right back the other way. It's Fauci on the backhand. He dumps on in and now gives chase. He's got Fisher out there with him. Fisher first to the puck. Taps it up to the near point. Schaefer there on the backhand. Works it right back down toward Fisher. It's going to come all the way around. Conforti now tries to get to the puck. Two Rinx men able to rub him off the puck, but only so far as Coronati, who sends that puck right back in toward Conforti. Conforti on the puck toward the slot. It's Fisher. He shoots. Screen shot. Hits a leg pad and goes wide, and now it'll be the Rinx setting right back up in their defensive zone. The Rinx on the puck up to the near point, slapped in by Coronati off a skate. That one goes rink wide, comes over to Fauci at the far half wall. And now it's Fisher trying to work that farther. Leschner with a good zone keep right at the blue line. He sends it off the boards in deep once again. The Rinx first to it. They use the glass, but not past Conforti just yet to get that puck out. It comes up to the near half wall. Now the Rinx do throw it out. Leschner in the way. He gets that puck at the logo, dumps it right back in, just a little bit offside. And so, with 9:19 left to go here in the first period, it's going to be a face-off at center ice. Well, a lot of action early on in this one. Both teams with a few chances. The Rinx, the only team, though, just yet who found the back of the net. It's Nikolaitis winning that over toward Russo. Rinx control and dump on in. That's racked all the way around to the near side of the ice and out of the zone. And now James Nikolaitis giving chase. Heavy forecheck by him. Long swipe at the puck. He's able to keep it in the zone to start. And then it goes all the way to the end boards. Rinx shovel it farther there to the far half wall. And then it's McCarthy taking a shot in. Now McCarthy over to the near side of the ice. I guess it was Gorloff who had pinched in nicely. Russo, in any event, on the puck, on the forehand. He racks it just a bit deeper for McCarthy. McCarthy on the backhand. Nikolaitis calling for it in front. No passing lane for him. Stars try to go up to the far point, but it hits the linesman's skates, and now it'll be the Rinx coming right back the other way. They shoot in wide of the cage. The Rinx will pick it up at the near half wall, dump it on in deeper. This play started after it had hit the leg pads of the official, but it's McCarthy taking that puck, racking it off the glass, and Russo on the forecheck forces a blind pass there. McCarthy able to swipe it farther for Nikolaitis. He gets on his horse on the forehand. He's got three Rinx players around him. He'll just take it in the offensive zone. Tight angle shot hits the side of the cage. Stars making a change here. Bizarro now on the forecheck. He's got Schulman right behind him. The Rinx break it out to the near point and then up into the neutral zone. Some good crisp passing by the home team as Coronati will now turn for the puck at the end boards. He lets it run and then works it up toward Bizarro at the near half wall. It's Bizarro on the puck, skates it out of his zone. Stars complete their change. Bizarro gains the line, wanders on into the offensive zone, and then he'll rack that around towards Zimmich. Zimmich on the puck in the near corner. Zimmich there, flicks it toward Bizarro, chips it out towards center, settling it is Shulman. He shoots, blind shot saved nicely by the Rinx. Now the puck comes up toward the blue line. It's Coronati keeping the zone. Coronati fires in. It hits a skate, gets caught between two skates, sits in the slot. Oh boy, it's shoveled just over the net there by Shulman. The puck's still alive. Side of the cage, Rinx control. They work it over to the near side. It's Coronati keeping the zone. Coronati pulls it off there, hits a body in front. It's deflected wide, and now it'll be Schaefer dumping that puck in just a bit deeper. Zimmich retrieves at the end boards on the backhand, throws it out front towards Shulman. Shulman works it back up to the point. And it was just a little too hot to handle, so Schaefer will go point to point for Coronati as the Stars reset in the neutral zone. Coronati dances on into the offensive zone, throws it toward the slot. Puck sits at the top of the slot. Now the Rinx look to get that puck into the neutral zone. They do. Bizarro chops it off the ice over a Rinx stick and sets up once again. Headman pass connects for Shulman. His line's got some buzz to it right now, as it will make a change. Zimmich on the forecheck there. And Coronati and Bizarro have stayed out. That rolling puck's going to come to the neutral zone. And Coronati works it right back off the glass for Bizarro. Bizarro over towards Schaefer, who tries to work it farther. And it will be Fisher curling back for the puck at center ice and working that in deep so the Stars can complete their change. Coronati retrieves that puck, dumps it right back into the offensive zone, but just a little bit offside with 6:22 left to play here in the first. Big push there by the Stars to try and find the back of the net. But the Rinx so far able to keep them out. The Fauci line to take this draw. Conforti, to the left. Fisher to the right. It'll be Leshner and Gorloff as the defensive pair. Fauci ties up his man on the faceoff. The Rinx dump in, but only so far as Gorloff. Gorloff uses the boards, gets that puck up past the blue line. Swiping at it farther was Fisher. The Rinx throw it right back into the offensive zone. That rolling puck's going to come all the way into the zone. Leshner on it. He's going to use the boards and send that to the far half wall. The Rinx control there. Bottom of the circle. They try to throw toward the slot. Leshner able to cut out the threat, use the boards and get that up and out. This one's going to roll all the way to the end line. The Rinx fans don't like the non-icing call. It was washed there as a Rinx player was close to it. Onward we play. Fauci on the back check. Gorloff steps in front of his man. It's now a mini break. Speaker swipes that aside. And so it'll be the Stars trying to get this puck up and out of their zone. Rolling puck, top of the slot. Fisher there first. A little bit of a collision with Gorloff, but all's well that ends well as Fisher chips that off the boards, and it looked like out of the zone. It was. There goes the whistle. 5:29 left to go in the first period. Just a hair offside. Rinx fans don't like it, but the only opinions that matter out there are the opinions coming from folks in stripes. So it'll be Nikolaitis to take this drop just outside the Stars zone. Nikolaitis, clean win over right in front of his bench, and then he picks up that loose puck and works it down towards Schaefer. Schaefer for Farrow. Farrow up to McCarthy. McCarthy in the neutral zone, gains the line, dumps on in. Russo gives chase. Rinx netminder out of the cage to stop that puck and work it up off the dasher and the glass. But it was McCarthy working that over for Russo. Lone in front. Oh, he hits the post. Oh, Russo had feathered that up and over the Rinx netminder, but he hit the post. And with 5:09 left to go in the first period, it's just an offensive zone draw here for the Stars. Boy, the Stars did everything on that one, and it was a silky set of hands there for Russo to feather that up and over the pads. In any event, it's the Stars firing in, and it's saved nicely by the Rinx netminder. The Stars really pushing hard here to try and find the back of the net. It'll be another offensive zone draw with 5 minutes even left to go here in the first. Nikolaitis to take. Russo in the slot. McCarthy on the left side of the near circle. Farrow and Schaefer behind them. Players backed out of the circle there. Nikolaitis, another clean win toward Farrow. Farrow on the puck, dumps it in deeper. McCarthy does the same. Russo tries to send it behind the net. He's bodied by two men there. And so Nikolaitis on the back check, able to take the puck off his man. It sits in the zone. McCarthy takes a big stick to the leg. He's able to work it deeper, though, for Nikolaitis. Tight angle shot shrugged off by the Rinx netminder. And it's the Rinx able to clear the zone. And it's a one-on-one, maybe a two-on-one coming, but it's Farrow who gets over, and he's able to chop the puck off the stick of his man, and now the Stars come right back the other way. It's McCarthy into the offensive zone. He waits for a trailer, and he finds it in Nikolaitis. Nikolaitis shoots, tries to go 5-hole. It's shut down by the Rinx netminder, and the Rinx will come right back the other way. play broken up here just a bit. Gigante shoots in there. A wonderful shot from the Rinx, and it'll be Russo working that puck up and out of the zone. Russo still on the puck in front of his bench, and he gains the line, dumps on in so the Stars can get going on their change. It's the Rinx picking up right behind their net, working that up to the far half wall, but not past Schulman. Return pass toward Bizarro. He goes around one man, tries to find Zimmage on the far side of the ice, just a little out of his reach. So Zimmage collects, sends it right back down toward Schulman. This puck's going to roll to Coronati at the near point. Coronati on the puck, on the forehand. He's going to shoot in. It hits a body. It's kicked out by the Rinx defenseman. They'll come right the other way. It's the Rinx there. They shoot long and high in on Speaker. That one goes over the cage, and now LIAHL looks to body his man in the far corner. Puck rolls all the way to the end boards. Oliver Zimmage there first. He's got Coronati and Bizarro with him on that side of the ice. Puck rolls all the way up to the near point, and it's dumped in once again by the Rinx. The Rinx look to set up in the far corner. They work it down low. Coronati, long stick, able to take that bouncing puck off his man at first, and then it was Zimmage doing the rest of the work to get that up toward Bizarro. Bizarro clears the zone. The Rinx send it right back on the strong side, but only so far as Zimmage. Zimmage breaks into the offensive zone. Top of the slot, mid-slot, shoots, hits a body, goes wide. 3:03 remaining to go here in the first as the puck's still alive in the offensive zone, but the Rinx work it wide to the far half wall. It's chipped up off a body once again. The Rinx collect, but only so far as Schulman, who dumps in. Bizarro waits in the bottom of the zone. Bizarro throws that out front. Nobody home for the Stars, and the Rinx look to clear, and they'll work it to the far side of the ice and rack it around the boards, but only so far as LIAHL. What a great zone keep. He goes skate to stick, throws it in. It's swiped aside by the Rinx netminder, and the puck comes toward the slot. It's Schulman setting up. He shoots, and it's saved nicely by the Rinx netminder. And so with 2:32 left to go here in the first, it's going to be an offensive zone draw for the Stars, who are really trying to tilt the ice here and find the back of the net. Shots 8-5 in the Stars' favor right now, but it's the Rinx leading in the department that matters, 1-0 with 2:32 left to go here in the first. It's the Stars controlling that faceoff through Fauci all the way across toward Fisher. Fisher shoots and he scores! Oh boy, it was Fauci. Looked like 2:40 to Fisher, and Fisher, there was no doubt about it, on the wrist shot with 2:25 left to go here in the first. Fisher finds the back of the net and evens things up out in Hauppauge, Long Island. Ensuing faceoff will be Fauci. And that's center ice. Rinx win that back into their defensive zone. It's Conforti on the forecheck. He's able to get his skate in the way, and the Stars control in the offensive zone. Looking out front, the Stars want more. This line now buzzing. Worked up toward Gorloff. That one goes off a stick, and it comes to the near side of the ice. Fauci collects. He's going to get bodied on the puck there, but in for support was Fisher. The Rinx look to break out. The Rinx do, in fact, break out. It's a 3-on-2 developing as they come into the offensive zone. They'll set up. They shoot in. Speaker able to chest that down into the ice and cover it up. So 1:57 left to go here in the first. The Rinx push right back with a laser shot from the near point, and it'll be an offensive zone draw for them. Well, this rink is absolutely hopping right now. Tight game between two very good teams, and the Nicolaitis line out. Nicolaitis wins that faceoff, and it's Coronati delaying on the puck, working it over to the far side of the ice for Schaefer. Schaefer collects, puck bounces to the top of the circle, and then it's jammed in deeper by the Rinx. Schaefer bodies his man as that puck comes up to Russo at the near half wall. Russo able to kick it to himself, turn on the forehand, and chip it up toward Nicolaitis, and then up to the top of the zone. It's slashed farther there by McCarthy. McCarthy into the offensive zone. McCarthy on the forehand. Thinks about a tight angle shot. It's Nicolaitis just wide of the cage. He goes skate to stick. Nearly found the far post. Instead, it rolled just wide, so tracking back is Schaefer as icing gets washed out here. Schaefer on the puck. Long reach of the Rinx man. Nearly took it off him, and now comes to a Rinx player. Coronati over for support. Well, it's Coronati and Schaefer working that puck out of their zone nicely. Coronati at the logo, gains center ice, now works into the offensive zone. Russo loads up, shoots low, looking for a rebound. Rinx man able to pick up that puck behind the net. Now the puck sits in the slot momentarily. Rinx able to get that out. Coronati comes over, but it's the Rinx pouring forward. It's a 2-on-1. The Rinx load up. They shoot it. Speaker shuts that down with the glove. And now it'll be Coronati coming right back the other way. It's a 2-on-2 developing as the Stars make a change. McCarthy and Nicolaitis into the offensive zone. McCarthy shoots, and that one's saved nicely by the Rinx netminder. Bit of a goaltending show in the last 20 seconds here from both goaltenders out on Long Island. That one came up high on the goaltender, so we just get a delay here as there's an equipment check on the Rinx netminder who caught that one right up near the chin. Always a vulnerable place for goaltenders. But he looks okay to continue, which is great news for both him and everybody here. And so it's Pizarro taking that face-off win back toward Leshner. He fires in. Deflection carries that wide of the cage, high of the cage. That is 35 seconds left to go. Gorlov keeps the zone. Puck sits at the near half wall. Rolls on a Rinx man. Zimmich collects. It's in the slot now. Zimmich gets it back from Schulman. Zimmich on the forehand. Top of the far circle. Shoots in. Just over the top corner of the cage. It's Gorlov picking that puck up in the neutral zone, thinking about a point-to-point pass. He's going to find Pizarro right in front of the Rinx bench. Pizarro on the puck, works it in deeper. 14 seconds left to go. Zimmich rubbed off the puck as the Rinx look to break out the other way. The Rinx on the puck there. Good back-checking by Pizarro. Keeps the puck in the offensive zone momentarily. At least gummed up any offensive play for the Rinx. Gorlov goes point-to-point there. He finds Leshner, and there goes the buzzer. After one, it's the Long Island Rinx 1, the New York Stars 1. Stick around, just a 1-minute break for intermission here. Enjoy a little royalty-free music while we catch our breath. 15 minutes, going to put back on the board for the period of the long change. Coming up next on Midnight Sports. Let's get you set here. Period 2 coming your way. 15 minutes on the board. The teams will switch sides. And it'll be the Rinx who break their huddle first. The Stars now do the same as the Zimmich line comes over the boards to start the middle period for the Stars. It'll be Zimmich. Schulman to the right. Pizarro to the left. Coronati and Schaefer out there as the defensive pair. Goalies checked, scorekeeper checked. We're ready to roll. And it'll be the Rinx taking that face-off and trying to dump into the offensive zone. They leave it at the blue line, though. Circling back is Pizarro. Pizarro is the high forward, puts that into the offensive zone, and now he'll give chase. It's the Rinx netminder leaving it there for a defender and then checking Pizarro. No call coming, though, as the Stars work that out front. They shoot just wide. A nice save by the Rinx netminder, and so it's the Rinx working that to the far side of the ice. This one's going to come all the way out of the zone as the Stars had come in for support on the near side. It's Coronati going back to Schaefer. Schaefer for Coronati. Coronati looks up ice, works it through the neutral zone, but it finds a Rinx stick eventually. And now, tracking back was Zimmich to work that puck to Schaefer. Schaefer on the puck. He gains center ice. All the way in the offensive zone comes Thomas Schaefer. He shoots in. Oh, he waited for a screen. It was a nice shot, and it was kicked aside there by the Rinx netminder. Now the home team will come right back the other way. And the neutral zone into the offensive zone. Schulman works over his man in the near corner. The former defenseman able to get to work in that corner. Puck rolls free. Zimmich first to it as we're a minute gone here in the second period. It's Zimmich skating forward on the puck through the neutral zone. Pizarro breaks in. It's a mini 2-on-1. A nice back check. Sees that puck left for Pizarro. Pizarro on the puck. He settles it down, works it over to Schaefer, who was coming in with speed. Schaefer shoots. Deflection takes it just wide. The Rinx will pick up now. Stars making a change here in the offensive zone. They've got one new player out there on the ice. It's Fisher as the Rinx shoot on in. That puck's going to be racked all the way around. Schaefer will pick it up as the Rinx will make a change here. Schaefer's got some time and space. Quick up for Fisher. Fisher at the offensive blue line into the offensive zone. He loads up, shoots in, and it's saved there by the Rinx netminder as Fauci was waiting for any rebound, and he's told to evacuate the blue paint by no fewer than all 5 Rinx skaters out there. Matthew Fauci not backed out of the blue paint very easily, and it'll be the centerman, to take this draw at the near circle. Fauci leans over the dot. Fisher to his right. Clean win by Fauci. Leshner shoots that in, and it's blockered aside by the Rinx netminder. And now Fauci picks up that return pass from Conforti. Conforti gets the puck back from Fauci. Conforti works it a bit deeper. Now comes over to Fisher. Fisher on the forehand. Skates it up to the near point. It's the Rinx waiting for that pass, though, as Leshner will have to go back and collect. Rolling puck all the way back into the Stars zone. Fisher there first. Chips it up off the glass, up to the blue line. Conforti and Fauci pour forward into the offensive zone. It's a 2-on-2, but just a little bit offside. Fauci thought he had dragged that skate across the blue line, but the officials saw differently with 12:49 left to go here in period number 2. And it'll be a face-off just outside the Stars zone, and they'll get 5 new skaters out there. It'll be Schaefer, Farrow, Nicolaitis, Russo, and McCarthy for the road team. Nicolaitis chips that forward on the face-off win. It was kicked there at the blue line, and Nicolaitis works it over to McCarthy with a man all over him. That puck hits a stanchion on the dump in, but it's the Stars keeping the zone at least momentarily. Bouncing puck. Oh, it's going to go for a trip here. Nicolaitis doesn't like the call, but the Rinx man upended by the stick of the alternate captain. And so the first power play of the day goes to the home team out here in Long Island. It's going to be a defensive zone draw for the Stars. Nicolaitis to the box for 2 for tripping at 12:32 left to go in the second period. Fauci and Zimmich over the boards as the penalty killing forwards. Gorloff and Schaefer as the defenders. Fauci to take this draw, trying to win it to the back corner. The puck goes off a linesman. Fauci is able to get the second bite at that one and chip it. It goes off the side of the cage. Schaefer to it first. Schaefer still on the puck. Works it up nicely towards Zimmich. He's going to skate this out of the zone. Zimmich skates it across center ice, gains the blue line, and dumps it on in behind the cage. Nice little chip by him. Sees the Rinx. Now break out the other way. The Rinx with some speed. Schaefer able to body his man and take the puck off him. Schaefer on the puck. Works that around to the far side of the ice. The Rinx control at the far half wall. They throw it toward the slot. It's cut out by Zimmich. And Zimmich is able to shovel that on the backhand up and out of the zone. And so it's going to be the Rinx coming back for the puck in their own end. Stars get a change out of it. 1:17 left to go in the man advantage. Russo on the forecheck. Rinx man able to skate through the neutral zone now and try and send that across the ice. But it's going to be Schaefer first to it. And he sends it to the far side of the ice. Now out toward the slot. The Rinx try and work it farther. The Rinx have it at the far point. They hit a skate on that shot in, but they pick it up again. That shot doesn't connect as it hits a body. Comes up to the near point now. Creeping into the near circle. It takes a deflection. Hits the side of the cage. Oh, half the audience here thought that had found the back of the cage. Instead, we play on at the top of the near circle. The Rinx set up again. Some tired legs out there now for the Stars as they had blocked a few shots. It's the Rinx coming in, shooting in. Speaker able to cover that one up between the leg pads and by a freeze with 11:10 left to go here in the second period. Still 38 seconds left to go on the man advantage for the Rinx. And it'll be Russo and McCarthy out there now. Leshner and Coronati as well. Russo leans over on his strong side, wins that on the backhand up toward Leshner, who fires it up to the near point. Slapper comes in, no deflection coming. It goes to the far side of the ice, does that shot. Rinx load up again. They hit a body in front, and they have the puck at the top of the circle. Another slapper. McCarthy able to block that one, doing yeoman's work out there, blocking shots as the high forward. It's now the Rinx circling at the near circle and picking it up at the near point. They fire it across the ice. Doesn't quite connect. They throw it through the blue paint all the way up to the near point. Another slapper comes in. That one's sticked wide of the cage, and it comes off the back wall. Speaker able to jump on it there as he had a man on top of him. And so it's going to be, well, a little bit of jousting here right in front of the net as Coronati has some words for the man who had collapsed on top of Speaker in the blue paint. Stars trying to keep their goalie clean there to the side of the cage. In any event, no farther paperwork coming on that. And so it's going to be a face-off just to Speaker's right. Same skaters out there. 3 seconds left to go in the man advantage. That one rolls just to the top of the crease, but it was Coronati who corralled it back to 5-on-5 skating. McCarthy and Nicolaitis into the offensive zone. McCarthy with speed. He shoots just wide of the cage. The Stars try and track that puck down. Rinx first to it. They throw it out of the zone. That rolling puck comes to a Rinx man breaking into the offensive zone. It's Speaker who fights that one off. It goes to the far circle, and it's Leshner picking that puck up and racking it out of the zone. We'll see if this one crosses the end line. Looks like it'll go all the way for an icing with 10:06 left to go here in the second period. It's going to be a defensive zone draw for the Stars. Well, the Stars successful in killing off that penalty. And so we're back to 5-on-5 hockey here out in Long Island. It'll be the Zimmage line coming over the boards to take this draw. Puck one to the top of the circle, fired in. Speaker able to get up and fight that one off with the collarbone. The Stars try and reset here. So Stars throwing that across, and now Speaker gets post to post, but it goes up and over the shoulder with some traffic in front of him. Well, it was a pass from circle to circle, and the Rinx found the top corner of the net. And so they reestablish their one-goal lead here with 9:54 left to go in the second period. It's Rinx 2, Stars 1. Now it's one forward on the ensuing faceoff by the Stars, and Zimmage will control. Back to Farrow. Farrow goes point to point for Gorloff. Turning for that bouncing puck. Comes to a Rinx player at the top of the slot, but Farrow is able to get in the way of it, and Bizarro sends it out of the zone. Zimmage streaking forward. He's one-on-one. Schulman joins that rush. Now a 2-on-2. Zimmage tries to go around his man. He's upended. No call there after Zimmage hit after the shot, and so it'll just be an offensive zone draw for the Stars. Well, the Rinx fans love it here as they've reestablished that one-goal lead. Chanting on the ice. A little bit of an equipment problem now for a Rinx player in the slot before this drop, but it will be the Zimmage line to take it and work it over to the slot to that Rinx player with the equipment problem, who reverses play deeper into his zone. Schulman now on the forecheck. Zimmage able to cut out that pass initially. It goes off his skate, but Zimmage gets the return pass after Bizarro on the back check. Feathers it up toward Bizarro. Puck bounces over his stick. Bizarro gets it back toward Schulman. Schulman in front, sits at the side of the cage, and it's the Rinx covering that puck up with 9:13 left to go here in the second. It'll be an offensive zone draw for the Stars. Zimmage at the near dot. Bizarro creeps into the circle. Farrow and Gorloff behind them. Schulman in the slot. And Zimmage leans over, wins that toward Bizarro. Rinx control. Bizarro fires in. It's chipped just past him. Rolling puck, slapped farther by Schulman. Picking it up is Bizarro. Bouncing puck on him. Uses the long reach to corral. Zimmage works it farther into the zone. The Rinx send that all the way across, and it's going to escape the zone. Farrow track this one down in his own zone as he's got Gorloff with him. Farrow on the puck. He'll stop, delay, and work that back toward Gorloff. He did very well to suck in the Rinx forward there to let him creep into the zone. The Rinx take over in the neutral zone. It's the Rinx on the puck momentarily. Rolling puck comes to Bizarro. Bizarro on the forehand, tries to send it back to Zimmage. Cuts down that play, and then it comes off his hand, and it'll be a hand pass. So that puck is going to come just outside the zone after the stoppage. 8:34 left to go here. Nearly a Croatian sensation goal there, but instead it hit a skate. And so with 8:34 left to go here in the second, it's a draw for Fauci just outside the Rinx zone. Fauci wins it over toward Fisher. Rinx control at the blue line. They use the boards to work that up into the offensive zone. Schaefer on the puck there. Fisher just behind. Puck rolls to Fauci after Schaefer dug it out. Fauci looking for Fisher at the center of the ice. Rinx skate gets in the way, and now the Rinx will come right back the other way. They go around one man. Into the offensive zone come the Rinx. They shoot in. Oh, they hit the post there. And that puck rolls to the far corner. It's the Rinx now working that deeper into the zone. Coronati tries to shovel it past his man. The Rinx will come out, look for a wraparound. Instead, it comes up to the near point. The Rinx there as that puck bounces through the slot. And now we get a stoppage in play. We'll see. Someone's going for cross-checking here. The Rinx had been touching the puck. And so we'll see who goes to the box as all players leave the zone. Gotta believe it was a call against the Rinx. And the Stars will have a chance on the power play here after the Rinx to the box for cross-checking with 7:56 left to go in the second period. It'll be Nicolaitis, Bizarro, Zimmage, McCarthy, and Coronati as power play unit number 1 over the boards. It's a far circle drop here for the road team. And technically, the home team. In any event, Stars win that faceoff, but the Rinx able to jam it out of the zone. Coronati tries to send that across. It finds a Rinx stick, and now the Rinx into the offensive zone. They load up. That shot goes wide of the cage after a deflection. Settling it down is McCarthy. McCarthy headman pass for Bizarro. He finds him. Bizarro into the offensive zone. Tries to settle it at the far point. He does. Chips it over toward McCarthy. McCarthy turning with the puck. Works it to the top of the slot. It's Bizarro firing in, looking for a deflection or a rebound, but it's covered up nicely by the Rinx netminder. With 7:27 left to go here in the second. We're officially halfway through this game. Still 1:32 left to go on the man advantage for the Stars. It'll be Zimmage to take this draw on the near side. Finds a Rinx stick, but Nikolaitis gets in the way. Shoots in from the slot. Bouncing puck covered up once again by the Rinx netminder, and we'll do it all over again from the near circle with 1:27 left to go on the man advantage. It's Zimmage to take the draw and try and win it on the backhand once again. He does exactly that. McCarthy settles that puck down for Coronati. Coronati walks the blue line back to McCarthy. McCarthy toward the bumper. It was Zimmage who tried to pull the trigger, and his stick got jammed up there. And now it's feathered up off the glass. The Rinx will come the other way. Rinx across center ice toward the slot. They try and shoot in, but it was Coronati, some good stick work, who was able to deflect it. Now the Rinx can get a mini change here as the Stars work that to the near side of the ice. Working that puck up the right wing is McCarthy. Gains the blue line, dumps on in, looking for Bizarro at the far side of the ice. Rinx first to that puck, but does roll toward Bizarro, who feathers that up to the far point, and then right back down toward Bizarro, who dumps it on in for Oliver Zimmage. Zimmage on the puck. He gets bodied there. He eventually makes his way to the puck. Nikolaitis was in for support. Bizarro does enough to get that puck off the Rinx man and then work it up toward Coronati at the top of the slot. Coronati delays, shoots in, looking for a deflection down low. It bounces up and in. Oh boy, oh boy. That's a Stars goal on the power play. It was the shot from Coronati that bounced high on the goaltender, and it looked like Oliver Zimmage was able to clean up the loose change and put it in the back of the net. And just like that, it's Stars 2, Rinx 2 with 6:28 left to go here in the second. A power play goal for the team in navy blue. Suing faceoff sees Fauci, Schulman, and Conforti out there as the forwards. Worked forward by Schulman into the offensive end. The Rinx netminder there is able to chip it to the near half wall, and off the boards that puck comes and out of the zone. Gorloff gets his stick in the way with Fauci, tries to dance past a man, and now the rolling puck comes out toward the logo. Fauci able to chip that on the backhand forward, and the Rinx will have to take over there. The Rinx on the puck. They rack that all the way around and out of the zone. Tracking back is Gorloff. Gorloff works it out of the Stars zone. Tracking back once again is Leshner. He goes across the blue line for Fauci. Fauci collects, gains the line, dumps on in. Rinx netminder just going to cover this one up. And so with 5:51 left to go in the second, it's going to be an offensive zone draw for the Stars. Well, official shots 16-11 right now in the Stars' favor. There may have been a few extra shots out there, not counted by the scorekeeper, as this has been an action-packed game. And it's easy to forget those sogs when you're trying to keep the time and the goals. Shot comes in from the near point, hits Schulman. Schulman turns with the puck, tries to work it back up in deeper into the zone. It's Schulman and now Conforti trying to fire on that puck at the end boards. Conforti gets to that puck first, rolls towards Schulman. Rinx send an extra player in for support, and they emerge with the puck. Getting back is Gorloff. Gorloff gets his stick in the way. Some very good defensive work there by Gorloff to dump that puck right back in the offensive zone. On the forecheck is Conforti, rolling puck up towards Schulman. Schulman dumps it deeper into the zone. Stars able to make a change here in the offensive zone in the second period. It was Nikolaitis out onto the ice. It's sticked farther by the Rinx, and it's a 3-on-1 developing, but that rolling puck comes over to Gorloff, who's able to fire that all the way down, and icing is waved here. Nikolaitis bodies his man at the end boards. It's the Rinx trying to work it farther, but not past James Nikolaitis, who sends it to the far side of the ice over toward McCarthy. Good stick there by the captain, able to separate his man from the puck, and then it's shoveled deeper for Johnny Mack. Top of the slot, fired in, saved nicely by the Rinx netminder. Nikolaitis was there to clean it up, but instead it rolled all the way to the near corner. Now the Rinx have seen enough. They jam it out of the zone, and it's Gorloff going point to point for Leshner on the backhand. Leshner able to fire that puck in and stand up when his man wanted to hit him after the dump in. It's McCarthy on the puck from Nikolaitis. McCarthy works it in deeper. Nice stick lift thrown out front. It's Russo who nearly had tucked it home. Bouncing puck. Players couldn't find it at first. It sat in the slot, but here come the Rinx. It's a 3-on-2 the other way. They shoot in. Speaker kicks that aside to the near corner. It's fired across. Speaker sticks that up into a body, and now it's the Rinx trying to set up shop. But it's Thomas Schaefer in the way in the low slot. He's going to skate this out himself. He gains the line, thinks about dumping in. Instead, leaves it for Russo. Russo controls at the blue line. Russo, nice soft backhand pass into the offensive zone. Bizarro now will give chase. That's chipped up, but not past Zimmage. Zimmage at the top of the slot. Over for Schaefer. Schaefer loads up, shoots in, and that one's going to be frozen by the Rinx netminder with 3:47 left to go here in this second. It's a tight one from Long Island as the Stars have an offensive zone draw at the near circle. It'll be Zimmage to take. Bizarro to the right, Schulman to the left. Farrow and Schaefer as the defensive pair. Bizarro fires in on that faceoff win. He's able to keep the zone. Spins it out towards Schulman, but it's the Stars keeping the zone at the blue line momentarily. Now a 2-on-2 developing. It's Farrow and Schaefer back. Rinx all the way into the offensive zone. They try and go around. They shoot it. Speaker shuts down the near post, and we play on. It's the Rinx in the corner with the puck. They work it out, but not past Bizarro. Bizarro sends that puck over, taking a big hit there with Schulman trying to work the puck out of the zone. It's the Rinx trying to go around now and fire that toward the slot. Comes to a Rinx player, top of the circle. Can't settle the bouncing puck. Zimmage on it. He settles that down, throws it up to the far point, but not out. The Rinx now looking for a one-timer on the near side. Schaefer picks up the puck. He works that puck all the way to the near corner. Not out just yet. The Rinx pick it up again. They shoot in. That puck hits a skate, goes high in the zone. It's now the Stars trying to scramble this puck out of the zone. They do. And with 2:52 left to go, Stars can go for a partial change. Rinx want a quick up here. They get it, but on the wrong side of the red line, it's going to go for an icing. So with 2:44 left to go in the middle frame, it'll be an offensive zone draw for the Stars. Well, it's all happening out here in Hauppauge. And it'll be the Fauci line at the far side of the ice to take this drop. Fisher in the slot, Conforti at the half wall, Coronati and Gorloff as the defensive pair. Fauci leans over, looks to win this one on the backhand toward the half wall. It stays between his skates. He does work it over to the half wall. Conforti fires in. An extra Rinx man able to take the puck off the Stars and rack it around weak side. Rolling puck, though, to the top of the blue paint. The Rinx will emerge with it. And a 3-on-2 right back the other way. Getting back are the Stars. Rinx at the top of the slot. Now worked to the near side of the ice. They look to pull the trigger. They hit the side of the cage. That one rolls wide. It's Gorloff on the puck. He's able to kick that up toward the blue line, but not out. Rinx control, far side of the ice. It's Gorloff again trying to work that puck off his man, who has a net guard dangling from him. It's at the top of the slot. Deflection takes that puck wide, and now the Stars try and chip that up and out. Puck sits again at the far half wall. Rinx work it in just a bit deeper. Coronati works that off a man. It's Fisher curling back for the puck. He skates it out of the zone to the logo, and the Rinx dump in on the far side of the ice. It's Fauci cutting out the threat initially. Bouncing puck finds Conforti. Conforti delays, gets on the forehand as the Rinx give him a little bit of time and space. Conforti skates that very nicely off the boards for Fauci. Fauci emerges with it. He gets that puck deep, so the Stars can make a change if they want to. Bouncing puck off the end boards into the blue paint will be covered up by the Rinx goaltender with just 97 seconds left to go in the second period. It's an offensive zone draw upcoming for the Stars. Well, the Nicolaitis line over the boards. Farrow and Leshner as the defensive pair. Nicolaitis gets set as that puck just escapes the zone. Leshner settles it down. He's got Farrow back with him, and Leshner works it off the boards for Russo, who dumps on in. Firing in, far side of the ice is McCarthy to try and take the puck off his man. He jabs it farther, and now it's Nicolaitis for support. Russo, it's set up in front of the cage. Diving play by the Rinx defenseman. Worked very nicely. And then it's Russo tracking back at the blue line to cut out the zone break-in. Getting back are the Rinx into the offensive zone. Farrow had just upended his man, and dancing with the puck in that part of the ice was Leshner. He did very well to work that puck up and out of his zone, turning and spinning. Dumping on in was McCarthy. Russo first to the puck as it comes up to the near half wall. Now Nicolaitis in for support. Nicolaitis on the puck, tries to jam it deeper for Russo. He does. Russo gets on the forehand, thinks about a return pass. That bouncing puck comes over toward McCarthy. McCarthy on the backhand, settles it down surveys his options, curls with the puck to get on the forehand. It just sits in the near corner. Now he's bodied by his man. Stepped into was Johnny Mack as that rolling puck comes up to the near half wall. Nicolaitis able to keep the zone with Farrell. Return pass can't quite connect, but a slapper comes in from the slot. Bounces just wide of the cage. Spinning was McCarthy. 24 seconds left to go. Sends it all the way across for Leshner. Thinks about pinching in there, but he's going to have to retreat so as not to give an odd man rush to the Rinx. Now the Rinx do have a 2-on-1 right back the other way. The pass doesn't connect in the high slot. The Rinx will have to track back for it, but pushing his man out of the zone was Russo. Nicolaitis for support. It'll be the Rinx coming right back the other way into the offensive zone. They load up. Farrell gets in the way of that one. A wonderful shot block with just a second left. There goes the buzzer. After 2, catch your breath. It's the Stars 2, the Rinx 2. Stick around. We're going to put 15 minutes on the board. Do it all over again one last time from out here in Long Island, as there's a bit of a kerfluffle in the near half wall here, as it looks like there might be a Rinx man being sent out of the ice here. Well, that happened just in front of the stands on the home side of the ice. And admittedly, not really captured here from the broadcast booth, as we're a little bit blocked off from that side of the boards. But in any event, a Rinx man sent out of the ice. So we'll update you. And the third period starts on what penalty might be put on the board. Stick around. This is Midnight Sports. Well, no clarification yet from the officials, but it looks like Russo is going to leave the ice as well after what had happened at the end of that second period. The Stars fans don't like it. Bit of a murmur from the crowd there, but an explanation given to the Stars bench. And so we'll see exactly what happens here. 5 skaters for the Rinx over the bench. 5 skaters for the Stars. And so entirely unclear if there's going to be any call or both players just sent off the ice and it'll be a wash. Stars still getting some instruction at the bench. Officials still debating exactly what's going on here as they talk to each other right in front of the scorer's booth. Rinx back to their bench to talk to their coach as well. Eventually, there'll be 15 minutes put on the board here once the scorekeeper is able to jot down every instruction from the official. And so now the coaches, once again, talking to both officials. Coach Carney just asking for an explanation as to why Russo was first sent over to the bench, as if no infraction had been committed by him, but ultimately he was sent off the ice after some jeering from some in the stands. Well, Coach Carney gets the explanation, doesn't seem satisfied with it. But as we said near the top of the broadcast, the only opinions that matter are the ones coming from the folks wearing the striped shirts. And so we're going to play on here. That's a big loss for the Stars, losing one of their alternate captains to the locker room. with just one period to go here out in Long Island. It will be the Zimmage line coming over the boards first, as the Stars will need to rotate some forwards now. That Nicolaitis line, we'll see a forward hop up and join it with Russo in the locker room. Still an explanation ongoing here. Both goalies look to be set, but the Rinx getting a farther explanation at their bench right now from one of the two officials. Now, just a reminder, next weekend, 4:30, right here on Midnight Sports, Saturday, it'll be the Stars taking on the Dix Hills Hawks before they go out and play the Peconic Wildcats on Sunday. Both are LIAHL games. All right, looks like we're ready to roll here. Just a little bit of the air went out the arena there at the end of the second, but that puck is fired into the Stars bench on the face-off win there from the Rinx, and we'll do it all over again at center ice. 14:55 left to play in this one. It's Zimmage at the logo to take the drop. One back by the Rinx, firing for it was Schulman. Schulman works it up toward Bizarro after a pass from Zimmage. Bouncing puck, top of the blue line, swiped farther there. It's chipped to the side of the cage, and now the Rinx look to collect, but it's Zimmage to it first. Zimmage on the backhand, curling in the slot was Bizarro. It's Schaefer firing that across the ice off a shin pad. Coronati pinches in to keep the zone. A nice soft slapper sends it deep in the zone. Coronati will get it back, settles that bouncing puck down, chips it for Bizarro. Bizarro waits, throws it across toward the slot, just a little too hot to handle for Schulman. Schulman works it up to the far point. The Rinx will look to get out here. They do. They send it to center ice, and Coronati's there. He'll delay as the Stars clear the zone. Shipped right back up for Bizarro, works it into the offensive zone. Rinx again control at center ice, and it'll be Zimmage tracking back for the puck. He's on it there. Nice feathered backhand over toward Bizarro. Tries to find Schulman. Cut out by the Rinx. The Rinx will dump on in, and now they'll give chase. That one's going to bounce off the end boards. It's just sticked farther by Speaker for Coronati. Coronati over to Bizarro. Swiped into the offensive zone, though, by the Rinx. Curling back is Bizarro after Coronati got in front of his man. Bizarro delays, and then he sends that puck over toward the weak side of the ice. It comes to the slots. Fired in. Speaker blockers that aside. Now the Rinx on the puck. They try and send it up to the point. Schaefer gets in the way, works it up toward Schulman. Schulman dives, tries to swipe it out of the zone. The Rinx able to keep the zone momentarily, but now comes to Schulman. Headman pass up toward Bizarro. Bizarro breaks in. He's to the side of the cage. Bizarro shoots, and it's covered there by the Rinx netminder. It was a mini break for Bizarro, but not much real estate on the extreme left wing, and so it'll be an offensive zone draw upcoming here for the Stars. Looks like Conforti will be the first forward to join the Nicolaitis line. McCarthy in the slot. Farrow and Gorloff behind. That puck won backward by the Rinx. They control. Conforti all over his man. It's pushed to the far point, and now it'll be the Rinx in a 2-on-1 into the offensive zone. They load up on the backhand. Speaker sticks that aside. It sits between the pads, and the whistle goes as that puck was in the blue paint. Bit of a broken play there as that rolling puck came in. Speaker tried to stick it farther. His defensemen were there to help out, and the puck got caught between the pads, but onward we'll play here with 13-13 left to go in the third. It's Nicolaitis taking that puck between his skates. The Rinx control. The Stars fire in. Rolling puck comes all the way over toward Gorloff. Sends it on up. Speaker blockers that aside. It comes off the end boards. The Rinx try and collect there, but the Stars there first. It was Gorloff who settled that puck down nicely for McCarthy. And now Conforti on his horse. He's got Nicolaitis streaking through the slot. He looks across for him. One-timer shot and score! Oh, baby! Was that a beautiful play by the Stars or what? Andrew Conforti joins that line, and he finds the laser pass over to James Nicolaitis. And there was no doubt about it as the Stars take their first lead of the game. 12:51 left to go here in the third period. It's Stars 3, Rinx 2. Well, ensuing faceoff, we'll see Oliver Zimmage at the logo with Bizarro to his left, Schulman to his right. Puck won forward by the Stars, chipped forward by the Rinx, and now in the neutral zone they come with speed. The Rinx pour right back in. They want to even this one up immediately. The Rinx fire in. Speaker sticks that, right off the glass. It will be Bizarro trying to jam that out of the zone. He does. And now Zimmage gives chase on the forecheck. Zimmage with a nice stick lift tries to kick it to himself. Rolling puck will come out of the zone as the Rinx come right back the other way. This is turning into a bit of a track meet here as the Rinx try and go around some defenders. It was Leshner and Coronati combining to push the puck to the far corner. Rinx control in the far corner. And there's some jousting over there. Onward we play. It's Schulman all over his man. LIAHL, nice shoulder on his man as the puck sits at the end boards. The Rinx try to collect there. Schulman there first. He works it up to the far point, but not out. The Rinx try and dump it in deeper. They do. Turning for the puck is Coronati. He's on his backhand. He chips it up toward Schulman. Schulman with a little bit of time. He's just going to split the defenders there. He took a hit to make a play, but he got it out of the zone as the Rinx have to delay now while they clear the offensive zone. It's the Rinx coming right back up, weak side of the ice. It comes off the boards, and now they look to break into the offensive zone. There's some hitting there at the blue line, but the Rinx are able to break in. Top of the circle, Coronati turns for the puck. And that shot comes in. It was the Stars fans trying to get the scorekeeper's attention. The clock hadn't started, so there's still 12:42 left to play in this one. The Rinx shoot in. That one goes well wide of the cage, comes to the far half wall. Schulman returns the favor at that half wall, hitting his man and forcing an early shot. Now it's at the top of the circle. Slapper comes in. Slow shot, sticked aside once again by Speaker. Zimmage swipes it over toward Bizarro, who takes a heavy high hit there. Still no arm raised as the officials happy to let play continue. It's in the neutral zone is the puck. That puck jabbed up into the air by Zimmage, and now LIAHL fires that off a body. Trying to track it down was Fisher. It's going to roll toward Coronati, his own blue line. He gains the zone and dumps on in. This game's getting chippier and chippier, and we'll get a stoppage in play now. As there's 12:02 left to go. We'll see exactly what the call is here, as the Rinx fans wanted a too many men on the ice call against the Stars. And the players on the ice all seem a bit confused as to exactly what's going on here. There's a long talk with the scorekeeper, perhaps the officials trying to get the clock right. Who knows? We'll see. But there is a Rinx man now in the box, and so it looks like it's going to be a power play for the Stars. Nicolaitis, Conforti, McCarthy, Bizarro, and Coronati as the 5 skaters in navy blue. This drop's going to be at the far side of the ice. No signal given as to what the call was for to the crowd, but it is 2 minutes on the board for the Stars power play. Nicolaitis, clean win back to Coronati. Coronati settles it down, works it deeper for McCarthy. McCarthy walks in, sends it across. Shot, score! That's Andrew Conforti. And he finds the back of the net. It was Conforti from McCarthy. And just like that, the Stars double their lead with 11:26 remaining to go in this one. It's Stars 4, Rinx 2. Well, it'll be 5-on-5 hockey here once we resume. Only 3 seconds it took the Stars to score that one. And so 11:26 remaining in this game. It will be Nicolaitis to take the drop. Nicolaitis, clean win back toward LIAHL. LIAHL on the puck, off the boards for McCarthy. 3-on-2 developing here for the Stars. Nicolaitis in the slot, fired in. Oh, it was Conforti looking for more, but the strong leg pads of the Rinx netminder rejected that. Now the Rinx into the offensive zone. It's Gorloff with the long stick. He breaks up that shot. The Rinx try and collect at the near point. There's some big-time jousting going on now as the Rinx settle that down. They throw it into the slot, but it's Conforti in the way of that one. He's going to skate this up and out of the zone. He gains the line, being told to take that all the way into the offensive zone, so that's exactly what he does as the Stars will have to collect now in the neutral zone. Comes back toward Bizarro. Bizarro chips up for Gorloff. Gorloff tracks it down on the offensive side of the ice. It's Gorloff throwing it toward the slot, just out of Nicolaitis' reach, but he's first to it, works it up to Bizarro at the near point. Bizarro shoots in, it hits a body, goes wide. Gorloff picks that puck up once again. And now, there's definitely some yelling from the crowd. Looks like about the clock once again. The Rinx will come right back the other way. They try and load up in the slot, but it was LIAHL who was able to separate his man from the puck. The Rinx collect in the neutral zone. Fisher gets in the way of that zone break-in, but here come the Rinx. Top of the slot, they try and settle it down. Long stick of Gorloff works that up toward Bizarro. Bizarro for Fisher. Fisher back toward Bizarro. Rolling puck comes right in front of the camera well here, and it's jammed into the zone by the Rinx. Gorloff on the puck, works it back up for Fisher. Fisher curls with it in the defensive zone, withstands a poke check there, works it up to Fauci. Fauci to Bizarro. Bizarro tries to dump in. He does. Collects the puck, works it just a bit deeper. The Rinx now control in their own end. 10:40 left to go here in the third as Coronati able to work that deeper into the zone. It's Fauci on the forecheck now as the Rinx look to get that up and out, but it's Schaefer at the near point. Puck hops over his stick And it'll be the Stars getting that puck back in the offensive zone, just a bit offside. And so with 10:26 left to play here in the third, it's going to be a faceoff just outside the Stars zone. Well, Nicolaitis, Conforti, and McCarthy out there as the forwards. Schaefer and Coronati as the defenders. The Rinx control that faceoff. They work it all the way back to their blue line to find some time and space to try and work this puck up. It's Conforti on the forecheck, forces an early pass. Nicolaitis intercepts, and he'll dump on in. Bouncing puck all the way across the end line now. The Rinx will have to collect with McCarthy in the way. Nicolaitis cuts out that zone breakout. He walks in, he shoots, tries to go low, 5-hole. He gets the rebound behind the cage. Nicolaitis still in the puck. He's got 2 men on him. McCarthy tries a one-timer, shoots it. It's saved nicely again by the Rinx netminder with 9:58 left to play. Rinx goaltender standing tall here, as it was a point-blank shot from the captain. And so it'll be an offensive zone draw for the Stars. Nicolaitis at the far dot. Puck sits at that dot. It's swiped between the legs by the Rinx, fired up and out of the zone. This should go for an icing. Arm raised as that crossed the end line. And in fact, it does. So 9:50 left to play here in the third. We'll do it all over again in the offensive zone for the Stars. Skorloff and Farrow as the defensive pair. Nicolaitis line out with the addition of Conforti in the slot. Nicolaitis leans over the dot. Puck sits between his skates this time. He collects, shoots just wide of the cage. Now tries to track that puck down in the near corner. 3 Stars in for support as they try and dig that puck out from between some skates. The Rinx do emerge with it as the players leaning on each other. Puck rolls all the way to center ice. Farrow's going to have to control this with a man on him. He uses the boards to get that across the blue line, so the Rinx will have to reset. Rolling puck all the way back into the Rinx zone. Stars can make a change here. Farrow and Gorloff out there as the defenders. It's Farrow able to gum that puck up in the neutral zone and then try and get back. The Rinx break on in. Gorloff pushes his man wide. They're at the near corner are the Rinx men as they try and dump it in just a bit deeper. Bizarro in on that too. It's jammed farther by the Rinx. Turning for it is Gorloff as that puck rolls toward the end board. Shoulder to shoulder come the Rinx. They try to pick that puck up on a stick, looking for a Michigan play. Were the Rinx. Couldn't settle that puck down though, and it'll go for an icing after the Stars throw that all the way down to the far side of the ice. So 8:51 left to play here in Long Island. It's a defensive zone draw for the Stars. This one's going to come to Speaker's right. Zimmich, Bizarro, Shulman as the forwards, Schaefer and Coronati as the defenders. Zimmich leans over the dot, wins that cleanly. Schaefer controls, works it back toward Coronati. Coronati with a little bit of time and space, works it up toward Bizarro. Breakout play doesn't connect. The Rinx try to shoot from the slot, but it was Shulman getting in the way there, and he finds Zimmich. Zimmich on the puck, curls toward the slot. It's jabbed off his stick. Shulman able to dump it in deeper. Bizarro goes to collect at the end boards, jams it farther, and now Shulman goes to work on the forecheck. In the far corner, Sammy Shulman leaves it there for Zimmich. Zimmich works it down low for Bizarro, who tries a tight angle shot, bank shot off the goaltender. He gets it back, shot in just wide of the cage by the Stars. Comes up to Coronati at the near point. Coronati walks the line, shoots that wide of the cage, and it's a nice save by the Rinx netminder there, not wanting any deflection to come in on net. So it'll be another offensive zone draw here for the Stars as they look to spend as much of this game as possible in the offensive zone. It'll be Zimmich to take. That puck one toward the slot. The Rinx control. They'll skate this across the blue line. And the Stars look to jab it right back the other way. Bizarro, long reach. Rinx will come through the neutral zone. Now it's a one-on-one. The Rinx turn, a mini two-on-one. The Rinx try and curl around. Speaker gets across. It's going to be a penalty on the Stars here as soon as they touch up as that broken play. So all the Rinx come into the blue paint. 6-on-5 right now on the delayed penalty. Swiped in again, wide of the cage. Stars really need to touch up to get the 2 minutes started on the tripping or hooking call. They do finally with 7:40 left to go. It's going to be the Stars to the box here, almost certainly for hooking. We'll see what the official call is. It's not really going to matter as 2 minutes will go on the board. Coronati to the box. They're going to call it a trip. So in any event, it's a defensive zone draw for the Stars. Up 2, down a man for the next 2 minutes. After Coronati did his best to slow his man down, who was crossing the face of goal, and ultimately prevented the shot from in close, but ends up in the box for 2 minutes. That puck won over toward Leschner, who fires that up and out of the zone. Feathered, saucering puck is not going to hit the end line. It does finally. Ooh, that's a tight icing call against the Stars as the Rinx, in a veteran move, slow skated that one as it went down the other end of the ice. And it's just a savvy play by the home team to get another offensive zone draw, and that's exactly what they'll get. So it'll be McCarthy and Nikolaitis as the forwards, Gorloff and Leschner as the defensive pair. That puck's dropped, won by the Stars, chipped up to the far point. Zone kept initially by the Rinx, but this one is feathered out by Nikolaitis. The Rinx will have to pick this puck up in their own end now. They're behind their cage, looking to set up the zone breakout are the Rinx. That rolling puck comes to the neutral zone. Gorloff slaps it farther. The Rinx look to set up once again. The quick up doesn't connect. The Rinx settle the puck down, send it all the way across the ice, but this time Leschner there as it's chipped just a bit farther. And now the Rinx come in with speed. The Rinx there, Speaker able to get the blocker in front of that one. It hops over the cage. Gorloff works it to the far side of the ice. Expert play by him as Leschner looks to collect. It's Leschner on the puck. He works it up to the far half wall. It's not out of the zone. Nikolaitis in a 1-on-2 able to chip that up and out once again. Some very good penalty killing by the alternate captain there as the Rinx try and work this puck up through the neutral zone again. It's 1-on-1 now for the Rinx. They kick it around Gorloff as Zimmage comes in to clean it up and out of the zone. 52 seconds left to go in the man advantage for the Rinx. The Rinx have the puck at center ice, but it's Zimmage emerging with it. He's got Fauci with him, and Zimmage carries that into the offensive zone. It's a 2-on-4 right now as Zimmage just stalks behind the net, killing as much of this penalty as he can in the offensive zone. Zimmage works that over toward Fauci. Fauci and Schaefer connect to keep the puck in the zone at the far half wall. It's Schaefer working that puck deeper in the zone, bouncing puck behind the cage. 26 seconds left to go in the man advantage for the Rinx. It's Fauci on the forecheck, forces his man toward the center of the ice, and now it's Zimmage joining him. The Rinx work that through the neutral zone. They fire in. That puck comes in on Speaker. It's spilled across the face of the goal, and it handcuffed him when it came in on the glove. And now the Rinx look to set up. Speaker makes a save on the ensuing shot. The Rinx, 5 seconds left to go in the man advantage. Fauci forces a pass deeper into the zone. It's the Rinx trying to set up again, but it was Schaefer who fired in, and we're back to 5-on-5 hockey. The Rinx have the puck at the end boards. They look to go around. They try to get Speaker cheating. Instead, they'll come up to the point. Shot comes in wide of the cage. Rebound doesn't connect, and it goes wide. Oh, my gosh. Well, you paid for the whole seat, but you only need the edge of it right now as the Rinx have the puck. They try a wraparound again. Bouncing puck through the slot. Stars need to clear as it's getting a bit scrappy there. 3-on-1 the other way. It's Zimmage on the puck, on the forehand, curls toward the slot. A nice back check takes the puck off him, and the Rinx will look to come right back. It's the Rinx. Headman pass doesn't connect. Gorloff's going to track it down in his own blue line. He carries it into his zone to settle that puck. It's Gorloff skating quickly. Top of the slot. Fisher comes over to pick up the puck. Players moving faster than the puck right now as this game is balanced on a knife's edge. It's the Rinx now on the puck in their own zone. Fisher able to take the puck off his man, and he's in all alone with Nikolaitis. Fisher shoots it, saved by the Rinx netminder. Oh, a huge save in this game as we tick under 5 minutes left to play. Gorloff works that puck deeper for Nikolaitis. Nikolaitis on the puck, goes around one man, then two, maybe three. Puck does eventually roll off his stick toward Bizarro. Bizarro kicks it on over toward Fisher. Fisher loads up, he shoots just wide of the cage. Bouncing puck comes all the way over to Gorloff at the near point. Gorloff on the puck, sends that in deeper, looking for a deflection. Rinx first to it as the puck comes up to the near half wall. Bizarro gums up that play, takes a look over his shoulder, sends it toward the slot. Bouncing puck eventually finds a Rinx stick, and now the Rinx get on their horses right back the other way. They try and curl around Leschner, who does enough to get his stick in the way, and it's fired right back out of the zone. Bizarro looks to track this puck down into the offensive zone. He does. He's going to go to the far corner to retrieve as the Stars able to make a change. He dances around one man, throws it across, looking for Nikolaitis just out of his reach, who works it back down toward Bizarro. Fired into the slot. Sammy Schulman takes over now, does the very same thing. Comes up to Nikolaitis, he shoots. It's Bizarro who feathers that up into the back of the net. Oh boy, it was Schulman to Nikolaitis to Bizarro, and with 3:42 left to go in this one, the Stars pad their lead. It's now Stars 5, Rinx 2. Well, it was some end-to-end action as the pucks were living in the blue paint for both teams. But the resulting action for the Stars is a 5-2 lead with 3:42 left. And the Rinx will call a timeout to try and settle things down, so you get to listen to some royalty-free music for the duration of that timeout. right, timeout over. Back to center ice here. Still 3:42 left to go in this one. A virtual lifetime when it comes to youth hockey. It's Fauci, Conforti out there, as well as Fisher. Face-off win by Fauci. Coronati dumps on in. Puck goes all the way to the far side of the ice. Fisher first to it, throws it toward the slot. It's swiped up in the air by the Rinx netminder, but it finds Fisher. Fisher on the backhand looks for Conforti. Tries to get him on the forehand. The ice monster gobbles that puck up, but Fisher gets it back, dumps it deeper into the zone. It's at the near half wall toward the slot. Conforti with a one-timer just wide of the cage. Boy, oh boy, his hair is on fire in this game. Andrew Conforti, as the Rinx will pick it back up and skate it out of the zone with speed. It's the Rinx coming in on a 2-on-1. They load up on Speaker. That rebound spilled. Speaker gets it right back. 3:03 left to go here in the third. Speaker with 2 quick saves. And it's going to be an offensive zone draw for the Rinx after they fired in on the rush. Scorekeeper changes the time to 3:01. And it'll be the Zimmage line out to take this draw. Shulman to the right. Bizarro to the left. Gorloff and Leshner behind. Clean win there by Zimmage for Leshner, who moves that puck over to Gorloff. Gorloff on the puck, works it up toward Bizarro. Bizarro tries to feather that up and out of the zone, gets it to the blue line. The Rinx dump right back in. Now the Rinx in the neutral zone with the puck. Bizarro all over his man, but the Rinx come on in. It was Gorloff getting his stick in the way and leaving the puck for Bizarro. Bizarro chips it up off the glass as the Rinx will have to go back into the neutral zone to collect. Clock's not the friend of the Rinx right now as they reset in the neutral zone and pour into the offensive zone. Leshner pushes his man wide. The Rinx send that all the way across the ice. A little bit of time and space. They shoot. Speaker gets the glove on it. It goes up and over the cage. Now the Stars look to break out. It's Leshner first to the puck. Pushes it past the blue line. Great play by the defenseman there as the Rinx will have to settle that puck down. It's Shulman on the forecheck. The Rinx come right back the other way and send it across the ice. The Rinx break in. Top of the slot. Drop pass at the point. A wonderful shot block by Gorloff there as Zimmage takes over the puck. It's Zimmage skating with speed into the neutral zone. He's all alone as the Stars make a change. He'll dump it to the far corner. Very intelligent play by Oliver Zimmage to try and eat up more of this clock. It's now the Stars trying to work that puck deeper into the zone. Puck just sits there momentarily, and it'll come back up toward McCarthy, who dumps it on in. It's the Stars keeping the zone now. It's Gorloff on the puck. It's rubbed just off his stick. Now it's a breakaway for the Rinx. The Rinx in all alone. They try and go around Speaker. That puck rolls off a stick, and it'll be the Rinx keeping the zone now and dumping on in. Oh, dumping his man into the bench was Andrew Conforti. Good Lord. Was that a play right in front of the Stars bench on the hit. 1:22 left to go here in the third period. It's the Stars trying to work that up and out of the zone. Leshner and Conforti combined. Puck rolls over to Zimmage, who's just able to lob that out of the zone. Bouncing puck is going to be forechecked by McCarthy. It rolls up toward Conforti. Conforti keeps the offensive zone. He goes around a man, fires that across the ice for Nikolaitis. Nikolaitis settles that puck down, returns the pass over to Conforti, who kicks it right back to him. It's Conforti on the puck. He shoots off a shin guard, and so now the Rinx able to get that puck out of the zone, but only so far as Coronati. 51 seconds. Quick up there for the Stars. It's McCarthy at the near point. He's just going to shoot in. That one's gloved out of the air by the Rinx netminder as Conforti was streaking in for any rebound. 45.4 seconds left to go in this one as the Stars lead 5-2 out here on Long Island. It will be Matthew Fauci to take this drop. Puck one over toward the near half wall. The Rinx will rack that all the way around. Schaefer pinches in to try and keep the zone. The Rinx come away with the puck, and getting back is Fauci to try and do some defensive work. The Rinx fire in high of the cage. They'll pick it up at the near half wall. Will the Rinx. 30 seconds left to go. The Rinx trying to go around the cage. Oh, Schaefer absolutely obliterates a man behind the net. And now it's the Stars working that up and out of the zone. Bizarro one-on-one with his man. He tries to go through the legs there, trying to find a lane into the offensive zone. The Rinx able to get in the way. It's now Coronati turning for the puck. He's got 2 Rinx men on him. Oh, he takes a huge hit there into the boards, and we get no call. Now the arm is raised, and so it will be Fisher working that puck deeper, but there goes the buzzer. All's well that ends well out in Long Island. As the Stars take this one, we've gone final from Hauppauge. It's the New York Stars 5, the Long Island Rinx 2. Thanks so much for joining us right here on Midnight Sports. We'll see you next weekend, 4:30 p.m. Saturday from Abe Stark as the Stars take on the Hawks. Until then, stay safe.